don't forget that there are many countries in the world who haven't won major tournaments but are doing very well. Example is England. But we are Nigerians, we like to win. So we will continue on that path, but we will not lose the focus that we have on developing the football, creating a football culture, and all of that. Grassroots, the league, women football, it's all within our focus.
I'm going to come to you now to talk about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We're going to be playing friendlies in June. But before I come to you, let's quickly go to SUS. I'm told that Tunde Koike has been able to join us on the show via telephone from SUS. Tunde, thank you for joining us on Sports Tonight. I can imagine what you are going through right now. I'm sure you are on cloud 9 right now. But can you just give us an idea of what drama is going on around you? Enyimba of Aba have survived in SUS. They are through to the group phase of the CAF Champions League.
Chief. Channel solution.
Hello, Tunde. Hello, Tunde. Well, I heard Tunde shouting, Chief. I'm sure he probably was calling Chief Ayan Siagu. That he should come and talk to Channel Television. But if Tunde is there, Tunde, can we get you? Are you back online? Okay, we'll try to reconnect with Tunde Koike, who is in SUS. It's been a dramatic day. I mean, I heard him shouting, Chief, because it's been a very, very difficult game, but Enyimba have been able to get the result. But let's quickly come before the call comes through again. The Super Eagles of Nigeria, we are sadly out of the Nations Cup for next year, but the NFF are planning that that shouldn't happen with the World Cup as well.
That's right. We are looking ahead. You know, like we've said when that happened, that it's unfortunate, but we mustn't let that get us down and to a point where we can't take the next step forward. So yes, we're organizing friendlies. We intend to seize the opportunities of any window to play football and to develop our Super Eagles teams and other teams. Therefore, we're playing against Mali and Luxembourg. We're playing because there's a need to harness that team, especially the younger players in that team, to get a feel of playing for Super Eagles.
The positives from the game against Egypt.
Precisely. And then let them be able to feel at home in the jersey of the Super Eagles. So we're playing on 27th of May and also on the 1st of June, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that we're doing now is...
Who is leading the team?
Salisu is leading the team. And,
because Sasha is busy with the Olympic team, Amunike is busy with the Flying Eagles.
Yeah, so Salisu will lead the team. But what we've done is, in developing our coaches, and that's another thing that we're doing in NFF now, is to ensure that our coaches get exposed. So we're going to have 2 local coaches, the coach of Rangers International.
Mama Makwakabo.
Yes, and also the coach of the Abia Warriors.
Kennedy Boboye.
To support him. And it's something that we expect to be ongoing. I have to give kudos to the technical committee for coming up with that. We've been discussing it, and it's something that will develop our coaches, give them exposure, if just to be there. So that's one of the things.
So just to clarify once again, Salisu leads the team, but he's going to be assisted by Imama Amakwakabo, coach of Rangers, and Kennedy Boboye, coach of Abia Warriors, so that the NFF can expose some of these coaches to real match situations.
Yes. I mean, we still have our goalkeeper coach, obviously. So that's really what we're looking at. Is after these 2 matches, then the technical committee has said that there will be interviews, there will be exposed applications, there will be interviews. They'll get consultant.
Get a substantive coach.
Yes, get a consultant who will help as well, so that we can get it right once and for all. And I know people are going to ask, is it foreign or Nigerian? I asked the technical committee chairman today, and he said he's going to be the best coach that he can find.
Wherever he is, whether it's in Nigeria, whether it's outside of Nigeria.
That's right, yes.
What about the women's team? We have qualified for the African Women Cup of Nations. I remember a few journalists were asking you, and I think we ran your interview on the show as well. And you were saying something about the technical committee will decide if Florence Omagweme will lead the team or not. I think how soon are they going to be doing that? Because the tournament is not too far away.
They met today. Maybe if I came in tomorrow and they're in Abuja and in Lagos, I haven't really had time to look at that. So if they by tomorrow, I'm sure maybe I can tell you, give you an answer to that, and you can tell people whether it's happened or not. But the truth is that we're quite happy with the technical crew as they are. We believe that they may be enhanced, But even if they're not, this is fine.
Okay, let me take a few questions on Twitter. People are still celebrating Enyimba's victory to the group phase of I was almost saying UEFA Champions, to the CAF Champions League. And this one is coming. It says, as a lawyer, this tweet is coming. It says, as a lawyer, what do you want to say about the current instability in football administration in Nigeria? I'm sure it's talking about the court case and all of the issues around the Nigerian Football Federation. How are you seeing it? How is the board responding to all of that?
Well, for us, the truth is we have legal representation. We have lawyers on the board. We have looked at everything, and nothing that came out of that court destabilizes or should destabilize the current administration of football in Nigeria. The court did not ask the Abajide board to quit. It did not ask the other group to go into office. And I suspect that they have realized that. They've done all sorts of things, all funny things, using letterheads. I don't know where they got it from. I think that there are a number of things we really need to look at in Nigeria. This is a country that has rule of law. And people shouldn't just take laws into their hands and decide that, look, we can mess everything up. The worst case is that everything would just go to break into pieces. We have people who love football in Nigeria, who dedicate their lives to football in Nigeria, and we shouldn't allow this to happen. People should speak.
But the sports minister has also intervened in a way to make sure that everybody calms down and are able to follow due process.
Well, he has said it. He came to our General Assembly and clearly stated that he knows what. He's a lawyer as well, luckily for us. So he has stated what this situation is, and he has said that these people who I call usurpers have no right to take over administration of football in Nigeria. I think that's what the court says. I think that's what the law says, and I think that's what the generality of people say. If they're so interested in running football, then let them run for the post properly and within the statutes. And then, if they win, all well and good, and we'll support them. What they should do now is, know that the game is up and support us.
Okay, let's come to the league very quickly before we wrap it up, because I'm told that our time is really running out. You were part of the league management company at inception, and this season has been so good. What are we going to be looking forward to? How much of support is the Nigerian Football Federation giving the league management company, particularly in the area of implementation of arbitration awards that has to do with welfare of players and coaches?
Incidentally, I was in Abuja just yesterday with the chairman
of the league management
company, Sheldiko, and we discussed at length various measures that we're going to implement. It's not as easy as it seems, because don't forget that some of these clubs are government clubs, and it has to go through process. So we're talking to players' union as well, but it will gradually phase away. The better the league becomes, and the more competition there is, the more money that comes into the league, the more important it is for the clubs to keep their players and keep them happy. Therefore, they will certainly pay them. But it's not something that we just upturn the apple cart overnight and think that will happen. So it's a gradual process. We are committed, because there's no players, there's no league. So it's in our interest too that the players are happy and paid. And then in events, if somebody works, you should get paid. But all of these things, we must understand that a lot of things that the NFF does, where the truth is that, and we keep on saying it, it's a lot of trouble to get a lot of things done because you don't have the finance to meet up, right? I mean, we're playing friendlies, we're doing all of this, we're running up and down the place. Nobody asks, how do you get the money when you say you don't have money? A lot of personal sacrifices have come into this thing, but we don't want to shout about them. But we must say that, Nigerians, please bear with us. The people on that board are not there to joke. We don't make money from the board. We work very hard. If we have a slip up along the way, it happens. It happens to everybody, because there are circumstances that cost them. But we're not deterred. We will keep on pushing it and ensure that our long-term goals are met.
Two teams from Lagos in the Premier League, one doing quite well, the other is struggling. Is the Lagos State Football Association thinking of maybe shoring up the team that is struggling, that's the Ikorodu United, and helping the team that is doing well to maintain the momentum?
Well,
so that we don't lose one of them at the end of the day.
The truth is that, you know, Lagos State Football Association doesn't run clubs. But what we have done over the years, and I said this a few years ago, that we will get to the Premier League. And I repeat here today that in the next few years, we will have four teams in the Premier League from Lagos State. We support them, and we understand how we support them, not financially, but technically we support them, teaching their coaches, teaching their fans, teaching their administrators what to do. And we'll continue to do that.
All right, I'm told my time is up, and I want to thank you so much for coming on the show. Once again, congratulations, Enyimba made it to the group phase of the CAF Champions League. They did it in a very dramatic manner. They lost 3-0, and that cancelled out the first leg advantage. Penalty shootout, they lost the first 2 kicks, but they were still able to eke out the win. And so Enyimba are through to the group phase of the CAF Champions League. Congratulations, Enyimba. Congratulations, Nigeria. Congratulations to you for watching. And tomorrow we'll be back with a bigger and a better package. Enjoy the rest of the night, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye now.